Hi everyone, this is Natalie Koval, the matchmaker from Ukraine. Today I'm going to share a lot of private things, a lot of agency history, a lot of things that has been going through these 25 years of my business experience. And I don't want to bore you too much with agency history, with bragging how cool we are and what a great job we do. Well, people who know us know what we do, but I would like to use my experience for your benefit. And how I do that, sharing what has happened, what's been the transformation of the whole international matchmaking business, and what things you should know to understand how can you make your search of a wife in Ukraine, Belarus, or Russia more effective. And to start, first of all, make sure you are subscribed to my channel and watch my videos, put likes on the videos, and share them with your friends who could be interested in finding a wife in Ukraine. You'll make a difference in someone's life. Really, our most productive clients are the ones that are coming from personal referrals, the ladies and the guys. So, how we get our clients? Number one, personal referrals, the successful and happy girl who is dating good guys or a good guy, she recommends us to at least one or two friends. This way we get good connections with somebody who understands how it works, who trusts us. Because throughout the history of international matchmaking in Ukraine or post-Soviet space, the issue of trust is the most delicate matter in finding the right matchmaker, in working with the right matchmaker, and still good matchmakers are getting negative comments. I've got some too, and I'm going to respond to them, of course, but it's one more time shows how complicated it is and how personal people are taking all this, and they want a success point. Like, so first of all, things you need to know about matchmaking, that it is a process. It is not a single act. When you come, you pay for the service, you get the result now. For very few people, it works like this. Yes, I have matches when a guy came to me, I spent a couple of hours talking to him and finding out what he really wants, and the match happened. They are happily married till now. We call each other, send Christmas cards, and so on. But usually, in 99.9 cases, percent of the cases, it's different. The guy comes, we discuss, he has dates, he has failures, he has successes, then failures, then successes again, then he looks for chemistry, then he looks for love, and then things happen. So, um, understanding the nature of the process is the main key thing, because you need to give yourself freedom, not just to have just for one date and that will happen. Probably not. Well, there is a couple, Zach and Lisa. That was just one date. And it happened, and it's successful. And you can see their video on my YouTube channel. And if you want to talk to Zach, he is open to communication to guys who want to know firsthand experience. And I have other guys that are happy to talk to you and happy to share their um, insider's opinion on how matchmaking works. That's how close I am to my clients. Yes, we are friends and we baptize children together, and uh, we have a community. So that's what possible now makes. And uh, to to move forward with the whole subject, let's go back to the stereotypes about matchmakers, about marriage agencies, about basically now, first block, I would like to talk about the changes that have occurred in this whole phenomena of an international bride from Slavic countries, and what is not going on right now, what is going on right now, and what you should be aware of. So, number one, scam Ukrainian girls. All girls are scam. Guys are saying, okay, first thing, a guy says to his friend, okay, I'm thinking of going to Ukraine, and it's a scam immediately. His friends, his family will be very superstitious, will be very prejudiced about the girlfriend that he can potentially find. So the answer is no, not all the girls are scams, because ladies that are clients of possible.ua are paying for the services. Some of them are paying 500 euro to be a priority client and pay 2000 euro for a success fee. That's how serious they are. You can see a logo on a girl's profile knowing that she's that type of a client. So if a girl is paying for the service, yes, she might be a high maintenance girl. Yeah, she might have, because she has a career, because she has life goals, she has achieved a lot. So she doesn't just want to move to another country, Europe or America or UK, whatever. She wants real relationship. She deserves that. She thinks she does. Of course, I'm hearing your guys. I'm hearing that the more successful the girl is, the less attractive she's for men because they have to compete. The truth is that a successful Ukrainian girl still wants you to be the boss, wants you to be the leader and make things happen. She is ready to move forward into family life, give up on her career because most probably you will have success in life as well. Uh, One of the reasons why people marry all over the world, why women marry all over the world, is because the situation that they're getting with a guy, lifestyle, love, communication, is better than she has in her single life. So, hint for you is look for such a girl whose life will improve when you're together. And when you are on your first date, on a video date, check it out. Ask her questions, ask direct questions. How you live, where you live, show me what you see through your window. Where do you eat? What do you cook? What's your favorite dish? Ask indirect questions to find out if she's got kids, what kind of school they go to, what do they do in school, what kind of curriculum, how well they speak English. All these questions will tell you indirectly who the girl is and what she expects. And the answer for the scam girls, because there are still agencies and lots of agencies, a big business of pay per letter websites that are totally not matchmaking and opposite to what we do because it's called emotional entertainment. For this single world of men who are afraid of relationship, who are still married, who are happily married, just want to have a communication with a beautiful girl who'll come on camera. And very often, many of them realize that pretty soon, but some of them don't realize it and start realizing it after several $1,000s. $13,000 before, $20,000 before. That's what I hear at my consultations with guys who wake up being used by those type of portals, but they want relationship. Fortunately, the number of these guys, um, thank you, Jason. The number of these guys is only 10% of those guys who are using uh, entertainment websites. And they are few because often when guys is starting to communicate with those girls, they see that the girl is sitting at the desk and her hands don't move, but she is writing something. So apparently she just has to sit still for you to look at her and you start guessing. Yeah, that's you writing. Okay. So watch out for those situations and just use your common sense. If you want to entertain yourself emotionally, good luck. Pay for this, you'll get the satisfaction guaranteed stuff. But when you are using matchmakers, you're gonna have everything going on. You can fall in love, you can have like ups and downs in relationships. Some girls are not going to be interested in you. Some girls are going to be accepting your profile first, but then when you start talking, when you get to know each other more, and when you understand each other better, she'll say, "Come on, that's not my type of guy." And the guy is saying, "Ah, she's a scam. She spoke to me several times. They paid her to come live to me, and then she changed her mind." That's what I have one of the guys complaining about on my Google business. Uh, he just couldn't find the connection. He was not interesting. He was nagging. He was calling girls off time when the girl couldn't go live or couldn't even answer the phone, and he complained about it. And with another girl, he just was like, okay, what are you doing? Okay, tell me something different. Like any girl would be bored talking like this. So, and he was not holding like an interesting conversation to a girl that has a university degree, that likes traveling, like reads books or watches Bloomberg for fun, right? And the guy is professional. He is a really cool guy. He's a very good person, by the way, but he failed a relationship. So, what I'm saying, when you are communicating to a real girl, that's reality. That's as if you are dating uh, mm, your father's best friend's daughter. That's something like this. She may like you, she may stop liking you. The same about you. You may stop liking her because she will be sharing like wild ideas that are completely not matching with your lifestyle. So um then I'm hearing the question like, why then there is a matchmaker? Yes, thank you. Well, nobody has written this question yet, but why the matchmaker is doing? Often the matchmaker is suggesting, when I hear the story of a guy, when I hear your life story, when I hear your expectations, when I hear your preferences, emotional expectation, visual expectations, I'm picking you a safe list of girls that you can talk to. But 90% of the guys are saying, I don't like these girls. I want these girls. So they are approaching this whole phenomena like, I want this girl to behave like a good girl. She may be whatever type of girl, but I'm paying you the money, so she must talk to me like I expect. Well, guys, living in illusions is painful uh, because the disillusionment can cost you lots of money. And that, well, now I've even improved like the cheapest type of our service. When you pick one introduction, then I added like, okay, if one fails, I'll give you two for the same, for that price. It's called love at first sight plan. But now I've made it bigger, and I say we will make up to 5 video dates, and at least 3 of those will work out. And actually, that's what I was suggesting to the guy who complained about my bad service, but he wasn't answering to me anymore. I think he blocked me. So, oops. So, dialogue with your matchmaker is important, right? And when you are working with matchmaker, your best option is, you're paying them the fee, come on, meet people, use the opportunity. Because when I'm making blind dates and when I'm mixing in some little events, when we, for example, make a speaking club, and it's a chance for one guy to meet at least 4 girls, so we sit all together in the restaurant and we talk about different stuff, and they look at each other and they flirt, and they don't owe anything to each other. The guy just pays for like the meal we have, and it's not expensive. It's like usually the cost of a normal date. And we chat. But the feedbacks from the guys, like, I would never have picked these girls from the pictures when I'm showing the pictures. And one more thing about videos. When I'm putting the videos of girls, very, very few of them really work, because I thought that guy will see her and he will get excited of what she really looks like. And recently I was on a beauty contest. You can see that Mrs. Kyiv beauty contest on my Natalie Koval Facebook. Um, Friend me on Facebook and you can watch that video. I was crying inside because I was watching a video of a lady and I was looking at her standing in person, in both video and live person. It was She was made up, she was all polished, she looked good, but video was awful. And like a real person was amazing. So, well, when you are going to work with a matchmaker, a little bit of trust to the professional will really make sense. Whoever you choose, myself, possible.ua matchmaker, or any of our colleagues, um, listen to the idea, and listen to the thoughts that your matchmaker is giving you and sharing with you, because we are interested in making the matches. If the fee is fixed for like unlimited amount of dates, go on as many dates as possible, because the the worst date you think could be can be your fortune date. I mean, the date that will change your life for better. And especially in possible.ua, I'm interested in the clients getting married, because my fee is divided into two parts: the process and the success. And usually 50% is paid after your success, which is your marriage. So um, I'm interested in you being successful. That's why I'm suggesting real and sustainable growth, not just girls that are eye candies. Eye candies you can do yourself. You can use social networks, you can use mobile apps for dating, and you can date somebody who's 30 years younger and hoping that things like magic will happen. Well, frankly speaking, it will not. But if you want to lie to yourself, and if you want to create a dream, then your luck. Okay. So, um, another thing that has changed for the benefit of the girls, and that's number two thing, there are the sex tourists. Don't go to Matchmaker. They exist. They come to Ukraine, but they are using social apps, and they are using Tinder, and they are using whatever, Bumble, whatever. But they will usually, not usually, they will not pay Matchmaker the fee uh, to have some dates, just because of the common sense. And the guys that are coming to us are interested in the result. They're interested to have safe dates with good girls who are interested in creating a family, who are serious about this stuff, who also made an effort to come, and who pay the money to register with a matchmaker, who take it seriously, right? And another number three point is like, if a girl is in every agency, she's a scammer first, and or she's not in demand. That's not true, because finding a partner for a guy is difficult enough when he is paying the money, has a trip organized with x amount of dates depending on his matches and expectations. At the end of the trip, yeah, 3 out of 4 our guys end up with a match. 25% still don't know what to do, but it is still difficult. He may still change his mind. But for a girl, knowing that out of 100 guys, we screen everybody. We screen the girls, we screen the guys. We don't take anyone for a client. We are not social network or mobile app. Yeah. In the matchmaking, we really, really have to pay attention to the people that we work with. And recently, we kicked out several profiles of girls just for the reason of security and for the reason of their real goals. And when we register, first of all, we have a visual screening. For the we're not taking overweight ladies, we're not taking ladies after a certain age, not the or ladies like who are over 50 who don't speak English, we're not taking them now. We are screening girls in terms of their real intentions. We have a psychologist who is talking to them and who finds out who makes a psychological portrait of this girl, so I know what I can expect from this girl. And if she sees that the girl doesn't really like come together with um, with her real life and expectations, it's easier for us not to take her. Same about guys. When I'm holding our matchmaker consultation services, I honestly tell the guy like, this is going to work for you because, or you have to pay attention to such matters in your life, or such plans and such ideas that will make your relationship or finding the true partner in Ukraine possible. And some guys just think they're going to date a girl around the corner. No, the girl is at least, I don't know, 1,000 kilometers away, right? If it's closer Western Europe, at least Poland or something. But usually she is like 10,000 kilometers away, 30,000 kilometers away. So it costs the money to travel here to meet her, and it costs the money to build a relationship with her, to come several times, and to organize all things, and bring her over, help her handle very difficult immigration process. So that's why we have 25% marriage success rate, because A, we screen the guys who can handle that, and B, guys screen themselves in following this route. I don't know too many matchmakers who can speak about the same success rate as we do. So going back to the subject, that the longer the girl is staying in the agency, the less interesting or interested she is, and more of a like how do you call this, in the market, when some like a piece of merchandise is laying for years and years. She's not like this, because women have transformations in their lives. They are changing, they are becoming smarter, thinner, better, richer. They start having kids, they go through some transformational history. And I see that because we have numerous events in the office when we communicate with them, when they come to just speaking clubs without guys. And the more I know about a girl, the better I understand what type of match she is and who can be that match. So my work is kind of homeopathic manual approach of individual cases. I'm trying to make some sort of like tendencies, strategies, what types work better, what psychological types are more successful. But I can't find like a universal pattern. All the marriages in the possible.ua are private individual successes. But, well, yes, there are general tendencies that I can name that actually work. And I will say that. That's number four thing. What works for guys? When the guy has enough money. Yes. Guys, to be honest, um, you need to budget it. As I was saying before, you need to realistically put down a budget for your international wife hunt, because it's going to be more expensive than even bringing a girl in from another state. Um, Not only that, but an ability to share your resources with a girl. And girls call it generosity. Guys hate that word. One of the clients said to me, one girl says generous on her profile. I'm banning that profile. I'm not talking to her anymore. Yes, the word generous has been spoiled and misused very often, and the scammer girls are manipulating guys with that word. But what it means actually, that the guy is a giver. First of all, he gives his emotions, he gives his time, he makes an effort, he shows respect to a girl, he is attentive, he listens to what she's telling him and sees how that fits his life and how he can make her life easier, and starts doing it with simple steps, with simple acts, with common sense. And then he is securing that with some of the gifts he makes and so on. The real girl, the serious girl, will not let you buy her with your gifts. She will think twice before accepting something really expensive. Seriously. But your mm, intent of making it, your intent of sharing your resources with her counts. That's the main thing that counts, because she understands that if you are buying her that, jewelry, piece of jewelry, then you are probably not doing it to 10 other girls, right? Then your intention is serious. Then you are um, making a difference. Then you are manifesting something with it. But I'm talking about money too much. Now I can hear like guys writing comments like girls are materialistic. The answer is no. And that's the probably the fifth thing I wanted to share with you is that from what I hear about strongly materialistic Western world, that everything is about the money. Um, and that's reality of your life. In our life, we have a little bit of different life philosophy. Uh, and this is what you can't understand because you are not living here, because you have not been through the crisis of 1990 when we lost all the money. And it was about you, it was about your power, your integrity, your values, how you survive, and how you do things, and where you go. Um, Guys think very I'm laughing very often when the date isn't successful and the girl says, well, thank you. The guys are saying, ah, did you pay her to go on a date? Funny, right? It's not funny. uh to answer to say that like true girls will watch where you are taking her, what type of restaurant you choose, how you dress, what you do to kind of entertain her and show off a little bit to show your status because she wants to know that you've got status because she's planning to immigrate with you and she needs to be sure that actually she's moving to a better place, right? But she will be paying attention to your values, to your history, to the way you are treating people, to the way you're treating her, to the way you are communicating. And money cannot buy that. And if your money and your moral qualities do not match, she will not stay with you. So, this is how different we are, especially because they know that immigration isn't a tourism. Well, we have a joke, do not confuse tourism and immigration. So, and it's like the guy gets um, God brings guy, and he says the joke is guy dies. He goes to Peter. So Peter says, "Okay, let me show you." So he shows him like, Where do you want to go? You have a choice today." And he says, okay, he shows him hell, and in hell everybody's partying, drinking, like girls, like sex and rock and roll. And he says, wow, that's cool. And says, what's heaven like? If hell is like this, show me heaven. And in heaven everybody's walking very politely and quietly, people are listening to Mozart, and everything is like white, 50 shades of white. He's like, it's boring. So yeah, let me go to hell. So he goes to hell, and immediately the demons are starting like tearing him apart and killing him. And he says, like, you lied to me, you scammed me. And he says, yeah, dear, do not confuse tourism and immigration. So that's what the joke is about. And I hear this joke every time a new girl comes to register. They understand what is immigration like. Your money will not buy that. They need both. Actually, they need everything. They need your attention. They need your, let me say, they need your uh, close attention, involve attention into her life. The five love languages, easy stuff. They need your time, they need your gifts and money, they need your words of appreciation and compliments, and they need your help. Everything is there. Like you want the same. Plus, you want her to be beautiful. Plus, you imagine that the more beautiful she is, uh, better for wife she is. But that's only the small head talking. The big head has to experience communication, has to learn a little bit more, right? So I recommend that you listen to both of your heads when you are making your choices. What else is not true? What else has changed? Is, and I've already mentioned that women are taking immigration more seriously. Before, in 1996, when I was working for a big tour company, they were bringing matchmaking tours like with 100 guys, 150 guys per trip. and women just wanted to leave Ukraine. There was nothing here, and the situation was awful. People still think that an economical situation in Ukraine is awful. What they don't know, and the greatest shock I see of each guy who comes to Ukraine first time, is like, it's like America, it's like New York, it's like San Francisco. Kyiv reminds me of San Francisco in some ways. It's like, you're not, guys, you're not different than us. And yes, we are not. And this research has been done a long time ago, that now the pure notion of a third world does not exist. Look for this video on TEDx. The guy was showing on real statistic researches the amount of death per capita of children, the children care, the like support programs. Like, there are very few places in the world that are still like really, really like bad, and Ukraine is not there, right? And the difference is, it's in a good way. The difference in Ukraine, that services cost less, medical services are more available and cost less, and more varied. There is medical tourism in Ukraine right now. The good news is that Ukrainian specialists have learned, have studied in the West. We have MBA, we have specialists that are working on the highest level. Well, unfortunately, they're not receiving the wages that same people are making in the West. For example, a pilot in Ukraine, a good pilot makes around $2,000 if he's lucky. But a pilot in America, I think he should be making at least 10 times more. So that's discrimination, right? But still, people like to travel. They like to travel to nice resorts. They know a difference between Zara and Max Mara, and they are um, having goals for their children to get good education. And good education means university, because college in America is university in Ukraine, but what you call college is called university in Ukraine, or institute in Ukraine. And in Ukraine, you can't get any decent job without a university degree. And we have the highest in we are Ukraine is in the top 5 countries of the world in literacy. Did you know that? Right? And you still think we are third world? Hmm, you better learn a little bit more about Ukraine, right? And if your relatives think like that, show them this video. Uh, and it's statistically proven. So 99% of Ukrainian citizens are literate and can read and can do more, like have uh, a secondary school degree. And we are in the top, uh, I don't know, it's the top 20 or so countries with university degrees. Because in America or Canada, you can do special like course and you can get a job. Here, you can't. So people study specifically to improve their knowledge and become better specialists. Um, so this has changed. Now we have like real estate been built all over Kiev, and the average price for like new sustainable real estate is like minimum $1,000 per square meter. It didn't exist 20 years ago. 20 years ago, a piece of real estate was like 20,000 bucks. I wish more. Some guys are telling me, like, I wish I bought more properties then. Right. But people didn't trust Ukraine. They didn't believe that things would be improving. When I was buying my office in 2004, we had our orange revolution. And the second day I moved in, my office was robbed because like lots of hooligans were on the streets. Well, we survived that and we moved forward. But that was the reality. And of course, I was scared, but we were moving forward. And um, nowadays, world is moving and it's changing very fast. And mm, so to move on, what else has changed? Um, Ukraine became investor friendly. And now it became easier to do business in Ukraine. My friend Olga Reznikova is helping foreign guys to start a business in Ukraine. You can go to Olga Reznikova and ask her for the service, and she will give you personal consultation and see how you can invest your money and what can be about the best option. I'm talking about her because we're good friends, and lots of guys are asking me this question. But now you can go to Olga. And another thing that has changed is um, the income of Ukrainians. If 20 years ago the income was really poor and we were surviving, mm, then nowadays in Kyiv you have to make at least $1,000 per person to have decent life, and not all of the people are doing making it, but many of Kievans own their property. And those who do not own their property, they have to make that $1,000, like that 30,000 hryvnia, to be able to rent a property, which is at least 12, minimum 12 thousand hryvnia, which is like around $400 for a family. So the numbers have changed. So we became closer to the Western world. So now I'm thinking maybe things will change so much that women in Ukraine will no longer wish to immigrate, um, and that they will no longer want a guy, and the guys will be coming into Ukraine. And again, talk to Ola Resnikova about investments into any sustainable business here or creating your own. Um, Now, what else is important? Now let me, well, first of all, I can talk for hours about things that have changed. And to finish the whole thought, that we became living like in the West but with less figures. And I often hear guys saying, oh, I'm going to buy like a little house not to like 30 kilometers within Kiev. I'm going to pay like this much, and like depending on the direction that he will have a house, and I will live on my American pension much better than I will live in Ukraine. I mean, I will live in America, which is like a true thought. That's an idea. So moving to Ukraine becomes an option, especially for those guys that are retired. So now let's go back to what type of guys can benefit or come to use services of a matchmaker. And these type of guys are like four types. Okay, I can talk about four types. Um, I will start with age. So the principle that I was distributing these guys or like putting them in groups is age. Like first type is young guys who are like the youngest guy I found a wife was 26 years old. So and yeah, 26. So they are, let's say, from 25 to 30. They're not in a hurry to start having children. They are usually matching with a younger girl, like same age. Um, they have their whole life ahead. So those type of guys have the highest probability of creating a sustainable family and living happily ever after, because they are getting an equal if they're lucky, if they know how to do it right. Now, the problem with this kind of guys is there are very few young girls. That's another thing that has changed. There are very few women under 25 that are coming to marriage agencies. Why? Because the world is changing and we are becoming westernized, and women are told that you can't rely on a man, that you can't be happy with a man, you need to depend on yourself, you need to create yourself a business or get yourself a degree and get a good job. And she starts working, and if she doesn't get married at the age of let's say now an average age for girls to get married is becoming closer to 30, like becoming 28, 26, 28 in Kiev, a little bit younger in other cities. This is general statistics of Ukraine. If you're interested to get it, it's existing only in Ukrainian. I can send you the whole document on this, on birth rates, on marriages, all of it. So now they are pursuing careers because that's what they are told in school. So those very few girls, they deserve that are young, they're younger than 25, they deserve special attention. And I'm often telling guys, grab her and run as fast as you can, because you can train her to be a good wife, you can learn together, you can agree about many things, and the younger you marry, the higher chance is that you will actually mingle together, and your family will survive. I got married when I was 19. It will be 25 years anniversary. We have three children with my husband, and good luck. I'm learning a lot, and I'm sharing a lot of my own understandings of family life with my clients on when it's necessary. So young guys. Second group is young guys, 30 to 40. And this group isn't numerous. I don't know why. I'm still researching why. But women that are in their between 30 and 40 want a guy who is in that age group. But I think those guys do not trust professional services, and they think they can do things on their own. Younger guys do not have enough experience to search themselves, so they come to professional help, and they get professional help when they trust the matchmaker. But the guys that are between 30 and 40, my read on them is like, I can do it myself, I'm a cool guy, I can do things better. Well, sometimes yes, but several of my recent matches of the guys that are in between 30 and 40 is showing that they really like succeeded with finding the match. That it would take them probably like at least $10,000 to get to get that type of girl with sitting. Why I'm calculating this time? uh, Dedicating 2 hours of your time every evening, screening the social networks, screening the um, mobile apps and whatnot, uh, talking to those girls, frustration after frustration. If he would still stay, I mean, oh, going to paper letter, and that's all disaster at all. So altogether, the value of the time and the effort and the money that he would invest into finding it himself, and probably like the working hours of his, calculating the cost of his working hours would be around 10,000. But he got it for the fee of my 1 year plan, which is 4,000. It's like a very good deal, isn't it? um Now, mm, so guys between 30 to 40, many of those guys want to have children right away because they think they are getting old, but there is no rush. And I want those guys to come to me. Guys between 30 and 40, welcome. At least come to my matchmaking consultation. Let's talk about me finding you a wife, because that can really work for you. I have lots of girls interested in this age group. The third age group are guys of the middle age with a kid or maybe several kids. They are looking for similar type of girl with a kid. That's what I recommend. Because if you have a child, and usually Western guys are good fathers, they are amazing, like amazing fathers. They've been trained to be such for like more than 30 years now. Our guys are getting trained now by laws, by attitude in the society, so they are not there yet. But if a guy is an involved father and he loves his kids and they are often with him, his best choice would be a girl who is a dedicated mother, because she will not only love his kid, but she will integrate with his family very well, and they have higher chances. If they still want children, they have much higher chances to have no children and to make peace for everybody. I have a lot of girls with one child who are really longing for a good guy with a kid who loves kids and who want to bring her in and make it a new family. I even have an amazing lady with three beautiful daughters. The girl is slim, hot. She's like having um, um, like a hobby job, working for some TV studios, like on normal films, nothing bad. And um, guys, if you want a ready-made family, you probably have like the greatest opportunity for that. So welcome, gentlemen. Welcome, young gentlemen younger than 30. I have a plan for you. I'll share on my personal consultation, depending on your psychological type, your age, your profession, your preferences. Welcome, guys that are young, that between 30 and 40 are very welcome, who want to have family, kids, because the ladies now really want to have a family when they become 30 years old. Before 30, they have fun, they experiment with relationship, they have different wild boyfriends, they learn. That was a very short time span when I was young. You didn't have time for that. You were supposed to get married, it was a must. Now you don't have to. Now you can live some life, and that's what they are doing. So and that's why I have like return clients, but some of them are not my direct return clients, but they were married for a girl for 10 years. They got married when she was 20, he was 40. She was experiencing, and he turned out to be like one of those experiments in relationship. Well, if the guy is working through the demons of his broken heart, he happily and quickly finds an ex-wife. But if he is really like upset about the girl, regrets about it, and eats himself from inside that it's his fault and his failure, then he's blurred with all that, and the new girl doesn't come because he is too preoccupied with his demons. Um, so order my relationship coaching interview. We'll talk about all this. That's why I am welcoming this conversation first, because I will help you figure out what will really like be good for you, how you can benefit from finding a wife in Ukraine, and what can be the options. Welcome the guys that are middle aged, like 40 plus, 40 to say 55, with a kid, and I highly recommend you dating a girl with a kid, and that will be fantastic for you because you will understand you 10 times better. And I also have a very like delicious type of clients. Why I call them like this? Because they've been through life experience. They are 55 plus, with adult children, with grown up experiences, and they are looking for a partner in crime, I call it. Somebody whose children are grown, who is still exciting, because I've got like a great number of ladies clients that are 48, let's say 46 to 55, that are like absolutely awesome. They enjoy all the physical aspects of life. They know themselves. They look amazingly beautiful. They invest into their looks. They already have ready made wardrobes of the clothes that fit them. So you do not necessarily need to buy her the entire wardrobe. She has a good taste. She has good education. She has life achievements. She has the brain. So I feel sorry for those 60-year-old guys who is thinking that a 30-year-old will will make him happy because she's hot, she's 30-year-old. But my question to you is like, when remember yourself when you were 30-year-old, would you date a girl who's 60? Would you have fun with a girl who's 60? And why would you date a girl who is 60? To get her life experience, to have like a really interesting sexual partner, to get some of her status. And would you consider that relationship long term? So, and then apply this backwards. Um, that's an idea for you. Okay. So now the age difference, it's another thing that has changed. If the girls before didn't care where to move, who is the guy, how old he is, she just has to have money, has to do good stuff for her, then now she will not go for a guy who is way older unless he is a really interesting person, and unless he is a really cool guy with like great achievements, with wild interesting life, like with, I don't know, like really global business and somebody who can put her on that level, then possibly, maybe she will consider that. But generally, women want like smaller age difference. Many, most often they say like within 5 years. I say, come on, 5 years, it's not gonna work. Like make it 10 or 15. And they say like no more than 15. But with 15 years of age difference, it's becoming really challenging for them. They think about sustainability. They think that something may happen, the health issues or anything else. So they worry about it. If they marry you, they want to live with you. They want to enjoy the life with you. They just don't want to marry you for your money. And this has changed a lot. So now, the bigger age difference, the less chances you have to find a girl. So be realistic in finding the life partner, because a 30-year-old girl does not want a 60-year-old guy. That's an illusion. This is what paper letter websites are telling you. That's um, girls on Tinder. They will go for a meal, for a free meal. Yeah, yeah, they will go for a free meal, and they will have like a speaking club with you, practicing their English. That's it. Considering you for marriage, yeah, that's one of 1,000, maybe one of 5,000 cases. Good luck if you believe in it, right? So guys that are 55 plus with grown kids with life experiences really do great with ladies of similar age because they really have fun together. I have an amazing couple that got married a year ago. They're both widowers, and they are only 7 years apart. And they look fantastically great together. And they are making plans for like the nearest 5 years of places they want to go, things they want to do, and they really enjoy the intellectual bonding. And they do not feel this um, generation gap because they listen to the same music, they understand the same movies, and they don't have to explain them each other. Of course cultural difference is working and is playing the role, but they don't have to explain too much. They are on the same wave. Yes, I like telling Ukrainian girls that if you're taking an American guy, you have to deduct 10 years from his age, and then you will probably like can compare him to that age of a guy. So if he's 40, he's actually 30 by Ukrainian standards, because our life is still tougher than in America. Uh, I'm not saying life in America is easy, no, but laws are enforceable. Order is more organized, and um, for better or for worse. So people have different rules, different standards of behavior, different social expectations, and it's in some ways it's safer in the social. That's what we think. Maybe that is my illusion. If you write it in your comments, then yeah, I'll make another video related to that about illusions of a matchmaker about Western world. Really, guys, when you watch this video, when you come to this point, if you think that something is different than it is, please write me in your comments. And I'm about to finish this video. My time is running. And I would like to say that now, these days, it's an anniversary of my matchmaking business, because I've been in this business since 1996. So, like, my whole experience is having 25 years. But my official business experience, when I registered a business entity, has started in 2003. So it's 18 years of official business. And I've had 4 websites, and the possible.ua is rebranded Marriage by Natalie. You can check Marriage by Natalie websites, and you can see this whole yourself. It's all true statistics. So um, what else I've done was so I own my office, and I went to the Matchmakers Institute in 2008, and I'm a member of international matchmaking community. I'm a co-founder with Alex Pinto. I'm a co-founder of Ukrainian Matchmakers Alliance, and we connect people that are in matchmaking business or want to be in matchmaking business but are still, like they call them, fusion agencies. They work with paper letter portals looking for matches for their women clients. So we show them the standards of matchmaking. We share our numerous business experiences with those people. So Ukrainian Matchmakers Alliance, ukrainianmatchmakersalliance.com is the website. I will advertise here because it's a great platform. I hope I spelled it correctly. Uh, yeah. Um, so we have, um, I don't know the true number, but I have personally counted that it's around 165 or so real marriages and only 10% divorce rate. We have around 67 children born within those couples. And we stay in touch with those families because I have a platform for like Happy Wife Club for my American clients that are married, the wives. So we share, we help. It's like a little group with girls supporting each other. Um, and I'm often a guest on the weddings of my clients, and the recent wedding happened on September 1st. So soon you will have a video from that wedding with a bride and a groom, Michael and Allah, talking about it and sharing their emotions about that event. We have more marriages coming soon. Nowadays I have about around 20 couples that are seriously dating, moving towards marriage, and about 850 profiles on the website that are my direct, no, not item, that my direct are around 550. The rest are coming from reliable partner agencies. And the rocket is flying. It's flying high, and I have high ambition on matching more people and attracting more gentlemen who are taking it seriously and who are not going to stick to the old stereotypes and stigmas of unhappy Ukrainian women leaving their country in despair for a better life and then divorcing a guy because they couldn't build a life together. It doesn't exist anymore. So show your families this video. I say it again, and they will learn more about Ukraine. Come here for a visit and just meet the ladies to learn what it's like. And then you will make a decision if you want to marry any of them, right? So I told you at the beginning of the video that this is a process. So now it's birthday. So birthday comes with gifts. So what I would like to do, I have two types of gifts that I'm going to give, and I will run this offer until the end of November. Okay, I like to be generous. So two types of gifts. Gift number one, the task match. For somebody who qualifies my face control, as we call it, you register, I see your profile, and I say, yes, I can take you as a client. So I can do a test match for you for 10% of the price of that service. Um, the minimal service fee for our matchmaking program, which gives 3 introductions, is $1,000 plus $4,000 success fee. So for $100, I'm ready to make a test match for you to see how it works. And then you'll make your own decision. So we will randomly choose guys among those who want a test match. Please write in your comments, test match is the keyword, test match, and your email, your name, Peter Pan, and your email address, peterpan@gmail.com, whatever it is. That's the first thing. And the second thing, I'm giving my interview service, which I downsized from $300 for an hour and a half of the interview to $100 for 1 hour. But now I'm giving it almost as a gift for $10. So the keyword is interview. So if you want my interview, you write interview and your name and your email address. So, and then I will choose someone randomly that will win that prize. Uh, watch If you watch this video till the end of November, you'll get that option. Send it to your friend who is single and who wants to talk to an experienced matchmaker and see how it may work for him. Give it as a gift to somebody. Definitely, as part of this service, you will need to register with possible.ua website. Mm, um, Uh, okay, so this is the relationship coaching interview. Here you can see a link. So if you want more of understanding the process, and if you want to invest a tiny bit of money into this, this is possible only now till the end of November. So hurry up. So one more time, I repeat. Um, Test match or interview. Test match will run for 100 bucks. Interview will run for $10. You will have to pay 100 bucks for test match, or you'll have to pay $10 for test interview. And I'll choose somebody among you guys who will write your comments there. Well, uh, the experience of the matchmaking boutique by Natalie Koval, by the matchmaker Natalie Koval, which is me. Mm, my business experience. I can talk for hours, but I love my job. I think you understand now. And I'm excited when I have a new match. I'm excited when I can make a difference in people's life. And it's hands-on approach. But I don't promise you anything. Honestly, I don't know how it will work out for you. I guarantee that I will do my best to help you, to support you, to give you enough information, and to really um, use all the knowledge that I have to get you to where you want. Is this enough? So welcome to the Matchmaking Boutique by Natalie Koval. Possible? Come to my relationship interview service. Let's talk. Let's discuss your opportunities with a Ukrainian girl. Let me show you what type of matches I have for you, and then you can decide how you can use my services and when you're going to come to Ukraine and what will happen then. And I will give you my best support. Thank you for watching. Thank you. If you are my client, thank you for being my client. Thank you for your trust. And subscribe to my channel, hit likes on this video, and share it with your single friends. Single and smart friends. That's what Ukrainian women want. Thank you.